Hey there, I'm Yasser and welcome to the second Popup Builder demo. In this video, we're going to talk about 4 different features of Popup Builder. Those are the remote pop-ups that allow you to show your pop-ups over other websites, the events that define when your pop-ups are going to be triggered, then we're going to talk about targeting, which means where on your website do you want your pop-ups to be shown. And then we have the scheduling feature that lets you define anything that has to do with timing your pop-ups. Okay, so let's get started with the remote pop-ups feature. This feature allows you to put your pop-up over other websites before you share them with your audience. Let me show you how this works. Let's say I have this page that talks about the Assassin's Creed game and I want to share it with my audience. Now before I share it with my audience, I'm going to create a remote pop-up for it. So here we are at our WordPress dashboard, and as you can see, I've gone ahead and changed the WordPress dashboard theme, and I did that on purpose to show you how Popup Builder is going to blend with your current WordPress colors. Now, before we create a remote pop-up, we're going to need a regular pop-up for it. And I'll go ahead and create a new pop-up up here, and I'll name it Assassin's Creed pop-up, okay? Down here we have the events targeting and scheduling options, and we have a lot of options to cover here, and we're gonna talk about them a little later in the video. But for now, I'll just set this pop-up to show on entrance after 15 seconds. So the pop-up is going to show 15 seconds after the user opens the page, okay? Now let's go down here and start the builder. And you can see how you can change the color of the builder just by changing the color of your WordPress dashboard. And I'm just gonna go up here to pop-up designs, and I'm gonna drag one of the pop-ups in here. I have one ready for Assassin's Creed that I'm gonna drag here. And there we have it. I will just save and close, and I'll get back to my dashboard. I'll publish this pop-up, and I'll go directly to remote pop-ups and create my remote pop-up. To create your remote pop-up, you will need the link and the pop-up to show. So let's give it a title first, Assassin's Creed Remote. Okay, and I'm going to get the link from this page. So I'll copy the URL up here and paste it right here. Okay, and Popup Builder is going to grab all the information it needs from that URL. Now I'll go down here and choose the pop-up I want. So I'm going to choose Assassin's Creed pop-up that I have just created, and I'll publish this. Now I get this link that is ready to be shared with my audience. Let me try this link for you, okay? Copy. And let me open any other browser and show you where this link leads. So here I am in the Safari browser. I'll paste this link. There we go. You can see that I access the same exact page and I'll start reading the article. However, this time, 15 seconds after I have accessed the page, the pop-up is going to show. Now let me open my Facebook account to share this link. Paste the link here. There we go. You can see that our link also holds the image, title, and description of the original article, so it appears just like if we have shared the original link. And you can of course put any caption you want in here. Now if I share this link and click it, you will see that 15 seconds later, the pop-up is going to show. There we go. And I'm pretty sure you can start imagining how much profit you can get from this single feature, just by sending traffic to other websites and inserting your own pop-ups there. Okay, so I'll close this and close the page, and I'll get back to my dashboard. So that's it for remote pop-ups. Let's get back to manage pop-ups, and I'll walk you through the other events, targeting, and scheduling options. Okay. So right now, our pop-up is set to on entrance, and it is active, and it's published. So 15 seconds after I enter a page on my website, the pop-up is going to show. So let's just decrease this a little bit for demo, and let's set it to 10 seconds. And let's go ahead and update, and I'll access my website. Okay. Now, after 10 seconds, I should see my pop-up coming up here. There we have it. All right, cool. Now let's go ahead and close this and change the event, okay? So this time we're going to test the scroll event. And the scroll event allows you to set how much the user has to scroll the page before the pop-up shows. So for example, if we set it to 50, once the user reaches the middle of the page, the pop-up is going to show. Let me update this and get back to my website and see what happens. Okay, I'll refresh this page. And let's keep scrolling, and you can keep an eye on the scroll bar at the right hand side. And once it reaches the middle, my pop-up shows. Okay? So you can see how much flexibility you have over these events. Let's get back and change the event, and now we're going to set our pop-ups to be shown after the user has finished reading an article on our website. Okay? I'll update, and I'll go to my website, and I'll access one of these posts here. Okay, so I'll start reading and scrolling down, reading, and once I reach the end of the article, the pop-up shows. And this event is great because you still have the full focus of your visitor as he was just reading your article. You can see down here that we have reached the comments section, so it's the end of the article right there. Okay, let's close this and get back. And this time, let's see the exit intent event, okay? Let's set this to exit intent, and the exit intent event happens when the user's mouse goes outside of the page, which means just before the user clicks on the X button to close your page. So let's test this right now. Okay, let's get back here, and I will refresh this page. Okay, watch what happens when I try to close the page. And as soon as my mouse is about to close the page, the pop-up shows. And this is very convenient if you want to grab the attention of users who are leaving, collect their emails, and do all sorts of good stuff here. Okay. Now let's close it, and we also have the close page event, and the page close event happens after the user has clicked on the X button. Okay, and we get to choose what to say to the user to ask him to stay on the page and give him the offer on our pop-up. So by default it says, wait, we still have something special for you. And I can change this to whatever I want. Okay, so hold on a second, here's something special for you. All right, now if I update this and try it on my website, now I'm gonna go ahead and click on the X to close the page and watch what happens. I get my message here, it says hold on a second, here's something special for you. And if I stay on the page, I get my pop-up showing my offer. And by the way, this is a PayPal button that you can configure inside the builder. So let's get back and see what else do we have. So we have the manual trigger, and the manual trigger allows you to trigger your pop-up inside of your posts or pages by clicking links. So for example, let me just show you this directly here. All right, so let's update, and okay, we'll go ahead and change, let's see. Let's go to posts and update one of the posts. Hello world. All right. Down here I can say something like, I explain all of this in detail inside my free ebook that you can download here. And if I select download here, I can go to my Popup Builder icon up here. In here I get to configure which pop-up I want to trigger and on what event, on the click or on the mouse over. So for this one, we're just going to keep it at click, okay? And if you're a developer, you have the option to add a class to this element. So insert shortcode, okay? And if we preview this, I explain all of this in detail inside my free ebook that you can download here. And if I click on download here, I get my pop-up. Pretty easy, huh? Now let's get back to my article, and this time I'm going to insert an image. I'll go back to the other website and copy the image, copy the image URL, and I'll go ahead and add a media to my post from a URL, and I'll paste the link. Okay, I'll insert it into my post. Now that I have my image here, I'll click it to select it, and I'll go to my Popup Builder icon, and say that I want to show the Assassin's Creed pop-up on the mouse over of this element. So when the mouse is over the image, the Assassin's Creed pop-up is going to show. So let's preview this. I'll go down here and hover the image. And you can see that as soon as my mouse hovers the image, the pop-up is triggered. And you can do this with any element you have in your page. Now that's it for the manual event. We've covered all of the events now. Let's go ahead and see what's provided for us in the targeting options. I'll go back to my pop-ups, come back to my pop-up here, and let's click on targeting. Actually, I cannot modify the targeting as my pop-up is only set to be shown manually. So let's fix that by getting back to events and setting the pop-up to show, for example, on entrance. Now, once we're back to targeting, you can see that we have the option to display the pop-up on all pages and on all posts. And if we turn all pages off, we get more flexibility over that option. So we can show the pop-up only on some specific pages by checking them. And we also have the option to enable or disable the pop-up on the front page. Now, if we turn that on again and get down to all posts, let's turn it off. And we'll also have more flexibility over what posts should this pop-up be shown on. So we get to specify the categories, and we also get to specify the tags. So this option is very useful if you have, for example, a website that talks about multiple subjects. You may want to limit some of your pop-ups to some of your categories or tags. And we also get the option to exclude the pop-up from all those posts or pages by inserting the IDs and separating them by commas. So for example, I don't want my pop-up to show on post number 12 and 38, etc. If we go to schedule option, here we have everything that has to do with timing. So for example, I only want this pop-up to start showing at some specific date, or I want it to stop showing at some specific date, or both of them. So for example, if we want our pop-up to only start showing on January 12th and never stop showing, or stop showing at February 1st, for example. So let's just set those back to start from now and never end. And here we have the frequency option. This option sets how many days should go between each time a pop-up is shown in order to avoid annoying your visitors. So for example, we can set this to once a day or once every 7 days, etc. Then we have the duration, and the duration option allows you to close the pop-up automatically after a number of seconds. So if the number is set to 0, the pop-up will never close unless the user closes it using the close button. So in this video, we have talked about the events, targeting, and scheduling of our pop-ups. We've also covered the remote pop-ups feature. In the next video, we'll talk about the Popup Builder analytics that track your pop-up impressions, unique visits, and conversions, and we'll also see how you can split test your pop-ups in order to know which one converts better. I will also show you how you can lock your content using Popup Builder until a user signs up. As always, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section down below this video.